77 North Road, UDB110, Amir, Benji and Moeen. The approved plans for redevelopment/renovation of 77 North Road include new and improving of existing areas covering a double garage, new master bedroom suite, nursery room, outdoor deck, pool and recultivation of other outdoor elements. However, the main focus of the operation is the raising of the rear of site building by 2 meters and the creation of internal spaces thereunder, and the replacement of the roofs on both buildings. Geotechnical and soil testing. Soil assumed to be M-class classification and approved for construction. This property is located in Brighton, therefore based on soil classification sheets, its soil content has been documented to be gravelly red and yellow loamy topsoils over a clay bed. Pre-construction. Once drafting and engineering plans have been completed, a certifier has reviewed the plans and approved them on behalf of Brisbane City Council. This process is known as building approval. A development application including BSA, home warranty insurance, and soil test reports may also be applicable. Building approval ensures that buildings are structurally sound. IDAS forms, in essence of major hazard facility and building work requiring assessment, are completed and submitted at Queensland Government. IDAS forms are mandatory requirement for raising process. Deposit and progress payments. During the course of construction, an initial deposit and progress payments are made by the client after each major construction phase. These payments are regulated by the BSA as maximum percentage costs, meaning the client should not pay more than the given percentage via the given table supplied on the BSA website under homeowner information. All work carried out by anyone on site is planned in advance and is governed by items such as construction schedules and project management plans. This planning can also cover progress payments by the client, environmental issues such as waste disposal and quality inspections. A mock-up of possible work encountered in the development of 77 North Road shows various stages encountered during the property development process. Moving to an image of the site, we can see that the stormwater flows away from the road. In any development, it is preferable for the water to run to the road. However, due to legal access to stormwater mains running through the back of the property, this becomes a non-issue. Site establishment. Site establishment involves the active setup of the construction site as a working environment, including but not limited to temporary fencing, signage, temporary water closet, and due to large amount of waste material expected, a high services skip to remain at the front of the property. An old easement and the existing driveway also provide good access routes to the property. Temporary fencing can be changed as required throughout the project, but also a solid barrier with signed entrances must be maintained. House raising. Before the footings and slab can be placed, the rear building needs to be raised. Raising instead of building a story on top removes the need for dismantling and reconstruction of roof elements and the need for reinforcing the existing building structure, making it a cost-effective way of adding a story to a small building. Before the building can be raised, all plumbing and electrical must be removed and switched off. Then PFC beam supports are bolted to the house, ready for it to be lifted using hydraulic jacks, and is shifted by moving the house across the timber stacks that hold it up. After the house has been raised, it can be re-stumped and inspected by an engineer. Footings and slab. The first true construction stage of the project begins with the setting of the footings and ground slabs of the project. This involves firstly excavation of footings, laying of steel rebar mesh for the footings, surfaces, penetration, under slab drains, the sandbed, formwork, vapor barrier, the slab mesh, and then concrete fill after the inspection of surfaces, penetration through the slab. All pipes coming through the slab must be capped before concrete pour. Construction. During the construction phases, the buildings really start to take form. At 77 North Road, the timber frame of the building extension is being constructed for the front of the building. The new decks to the main building and the timber batten screenings at the ground level of the rear building can also be completed during this phase. After all internal construction is completed, it can be cleaned out and prepped for painting. Gardens and exterior works. After the clean-up of the construction, the pool can be excavated and constructed. along with the laying of the driveway and crossover. The pool after the pool is inspected, turf can be laid and gardens planted. Handover. Once raising the house is completed, client needs to protect their interests by having an independent professional inspect the quality of work. This process is done before the release of the final installment of funds. When payment has been made, the builder will give the client possession together with keys